Human evolution is undergoing a dramatic transformation, and surprisingly, culture is now taking the lead over genetics in shaping our future. But here's where it gets controversial. Could the very essence of what it means to be human be shifting from our DNA to the shared knowledge and systems we create together? Researchers at the University of Maine are proposing a bold new idea. Human evolution is no longer primarily driven by genetic changes, but by cultural evolution. In a recent paper published in Bioscience, Timothy M. Waring, an associate professor specializing in economics and sustainability, alongside Zachary T. Wood, an expert in ecology and environmental sciences, argue that culture has become the dominant force steering human development. Human evolution appears to be shifting gears, Waring explains. When we acquire skills, institutions, or technologies from one another, we're essentially inheriting adaptive cultural practices. These cultural innovations solve problems far faster than genetic evolution ever could. This points to a major evolutionary transition happening right now. Think about it. Cultural elements like farming techniques, legal systems, or even digital communication spread and evolve at lightning speed compared to the slow march of genetic change. This rapid cultural adaptation allows human societies to thrive in new environments and tackle challenges that biology alone couldn't handle. According to Waring and Wood, this evolutionary shift isn't new. It's been unfolding for thousands of years, but it's accelerating and could define humanity's path for generations to come. Wood puts it bluntly. Cultural evolution outpaces genetic evolution by a huge margin. It's not even a contest. In today's world, cultural systems adapt so quickly that they often preempt genetic changes. For example, vision problems that once might have been weeded out by natural selection are now corrected with eyeglasses or surgery. Medical advances like cesarean sections and fertility treatments enable people to survive and reproduce in situations that would have been fatal or infertile in the past. These cultural solutions reduce the pressure on our genes to adapt, making us increasingly dependent on institutions like hospitals, schools, and governments. Waring challenges us to consider: what influences your life more, the genes you inherited or the country and culture you live in? Today, your well-being depends less on your biology and more on the cultural environment around you. And because culture accumulates adaptive knowledge faster than genes, its importance only grows over time. This shift suggests that human survival and reproduction may rely less on individual genetic traits and more on the strength and health of our societies and their cultural frameworks. But here's the twist that many overlook. Culture is inherently a collective phenomenon. It thrives on shared knowledge and group cooperation. Drawing from anthropology, biology, and history, Waring and Wood highlight how group-level cultural adaptations have shaped human societies for millennia. From the spread of agriculture to the emergence of modern states. Today, improvements in health, lifespan, science, and technological advancements and survival rates come predominantly from collective cultural systems like scientific medicine, sanitation infrastructure, and education, rather than from individual intelligence or genetic evolution. This means that as humans evolve to depend more on cultural adaptation, we are also evolving to become more group-oriented and reliant on social cooperation. This could signal a profound change in what it means to be human. To put this in perspective, evolutionary history shows us that life has undergone major transitions that redefine individuality. For instance, single-celled organisms evolved into multicellular beings, and social insects formed highly cooperative colonies. These transitions in individuality fundamentally change how life organizes, adapts, and reproduces. Until now, many biologists have been skeptical that humans are experiencing such a shift. However, Waring and Wood argue that because culture is shared, our move toward cultural adaptation represents a fundamental reorganization of human individuality, shifting focus from the individual to the group. Cultural organization enhances group cooperation and effectiveness, Waring says. Larger, more capable groups adapt faster through cultural change. It's a self-reinforcing cycle, and the data show it's speeding up. Consider genetic engineering. It's a form of cultural control over our genes, but it requires a complex, organized society to develop and implement. Looking far ahead, if this transition completes, future humans might not evolve primarily as individuals through genetic changes, but as parts of societal superorganisms evolving through cultural innovation. The researchers emphasize that their theory is testable. They are developing mathematical and computer models to track the pace of this transition and plan to launch a long-term data collection project soon. Yet, they caution against viewing cultural evolution as inherently progressive or inevitable. Wood clarifies, we're not saying that societies with more wealth or advanced technology are morally superior. Evolution can produce both beneficial and harsh outcomes. Our hope is that understanding this process can help humanity avoid the worst consequences. This study is part of a growing body of work from Waring and his team at the Applied Cultural Evolution Laboratory at the University of Maine. Their mission is to leverage insights into deep evolutionary patterns to promote positive social change. Still, this research raises profound questions about our future. If cultural inheritance continues to dominate, the fate of individuals and the species as a whole may increasingly depend on the resilience and adaptability of our societies, Waring reflects. In that case, the next chapter of human evolution might not be written in our DNA, but in the shared stories, institutions, and systems we build together. What do you think? Are we truly evolving beyond our genes, or is this cultural dominance just another phase? Could this shift toward group-based evolution challenge our traditional ideas of individuality? Share your thoughts and join the conversation below.